Hi, so this is what we are going to do today. I'm going to change the brake cylinder and the brake pads on a smart MC01 model, but it's not important. This will work on any other model. It's the same thing. The problem was that I was losing brake liquid, and the brakes weren't falling down, so it was an MOT failure. So I'm going to take off the wheel, make sure that the handbrake is off, and make sure that you have something put on the front wheel so the car won't roll. Now I'm taking off a small screw that is holding on the drum. This is just to hold the drum when there is no wheel on the car. Now I'm just tapping the drum with a hammer to snap it off. So this is what happened here. A lot of liquid went out of the cylinder and peeled off the paint, impregnated the disc pads, the brake pads, and now they won't work. And actually you won't have much pressure on the brake, on the rear brake, and it won't work probably. So it was a MOT failure. So now I will take off the brake pads. I'm just pushing this washer and turning it, and this is how you take it off. There is a pin that is going out from the behind. I'm just pulling that off now. As you can see, that's a spring there that you just saw. It's the same thing on the other side. There are two washers like that, and two springs and two pins like that. You must do the same thing on the both sides. And now you have the brake pads loose. To take it off from the wheel hub, you must take a screwdriver, put it like I did here, and just force it out. This is the easier way to do it, as I did it, but I don't know whether there might be other way. Okay, so you just take off the spring, this little spring here. Now what I'm showing you here is a piece of rubber glove. I'll use that to stop the pipe that is bringing the brake liquid to the cylinder from bleeding, so I won't lose too much brake liquid. So now I'm going to start to loose the cylinder. There are two bolts holding it there. They are metric 10. And the one with the pipe is 11 or 12, I don't remember quite well. And the bleeder is 8. You must be careful with brake liquid because it's very corrosive, and as I told you, it peels the paint away. And after this repairing, make sure that you go and wash your car very well, and especially the wheels. I'm just putting the piece of glove that I have on the pipe and tied it with a zipper. Okay, once I have the pipe secured, I can take off the cylinder. If it doesn't come off, you just tap it with very gently with the hammer on the back, and it will come off. And here is how it looks. There are some rubbers on the outside, but the ones that failed are on the inside, and that's why we have so much liquid on the wheel. Now you can easily take off the pads. The one remaining thing is the brake cable that is holding down there, if you can see it, and I will just take it off in a second. Now make sure you clean everything very well around there. Yes, that is a pair of underwear. My girlfriend made me throw them away. I washed them before using it with the car. I know you should not throw underwear, but I did it anyway. I had to. So make sure you clean everything here, and we can start to put everything back together. So these are the new pads. I tried to keep everything together as I got them. Not to take anything off because there are many springs there and things that if they come loose, maybe you won't be able to put them back together. Anyway, make sure you make one wheel at a time, and if something like that happens, you just have the other wheel as an example to put everything back together. Before anything, make sure you put back the brake cable. Make sure you put the spring that is underneath there before, and after that just put the pads back together just like you took them off. Just like you saw me with the screwdriver, you just put it under the pads and you just put it back together. Okay, now it's time for the cylinder to come back to its place. Make sure you don't damage the rubbers that you have on the cylinder, because dust may go inside the cylinder. Okay, so the next step is to screw back the pipe into the cylinder. Make sure you make the first turns by hand. Don't use the wrench, or otherwise you might ruin something there. Now put back the screws that hold on the cylinder. Now, in order to ease the bleeding process, I will just take off the cap from the bleeder. I will just put a transparent pipe there, unscrew a little bit the bleeder and let it bleed like it should do. And after I will have some brake liquid into the pipe, I will just screw it back together, and in this way it will be less work for me to do when I have to bleed the brakes. Now don't forget to put back the pins that hold the pads together. I'll just show you a little bit how it works. There is a pin, a washer, and a spring. You just put the pin from the back, you add the spring, and after that you add the washer, and you just press it and turn it, and it will be locked into place. Make sure you do the same on the both sides, and now your pads are into place. And now it is very important to clean your pads with some sanding paper, because you touch them a lot and there is a lot of grease on them. And if you put them like this, your wheel won't break because of the grease that's on the pads. So as you can see here, there is a brake liquid into the tube. Hopefully there is no air in the system. If there is, you must bleed the brakes. Now once again, just clean everything very well. Clean the drum as well and put it back together. Don't forget to put the little screw back together. And now it's the time to tune the pads, to make them stay as close as possible to the drum. Just put the screw through this hole and rotate the little wheel that you can see inside until you just turn the drum and it feels like it is holding, but very, 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 very little. Don't tighten it too much, because otherwise the wheel will be just breaking all the time. Okay, so we are done with this wheel. Just make the same with the other one and you have them repaired. Good luck.